Good morning. Welcome to Good Morning East Africa. I am your host, Ngugi. Today is a fabulous day where we're going to go all the way to Puntland to look at a story of a superwoman. We are also going to take you all the way to Italy, where we will tell you why Italy is the perfect destination for any foreigner, and also look at the unfolding houses, which are the future of real estate. With me in studio is
Abdilahi Hassan.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
I hope you had a lovely night.
It was great.
There's this story that is trending online. Actually, it happened last year, but this year the story is back. It's about this superwoman who is in Puntland at a village called Farotuyo in Nugal region, Puntland. What's amazing about this woman is that she is a teacher, and the photo that is trending of her is that she is in class teaching with her baby sitting on her hip.
Well, that's really amazing. You know, the way she is carrying her child in her hip, like Somali traditional style of, you know, hambar. They say hambar. And she's a teacher, like super mom. We need we have a lot more of them actually in Somalia, but they rarely get the traction that this woman and the attention that this photo had.
You know, it is said that a woman can do 5 things at the same time. You can be holding a baby on your lap. You can be chatting on WhatsApp at the same time. You're on Twitter and Instagram. At the same time, you have a visitor in the house and you're saying, hey, the tea is coming. It's almost ready. And you're still preparing the tea. And in your mind, you're thinking about going to the market a few hours from then, which I think men cannot do. Can you do multiple things at the same time?
In my head, I can do, but I cannot, especially if it's involved with a baby. If I have a baby to take care of a baby, that's the only thing I can do at that moment.
So you cannot take care of a baby, at the same time you're typing on your computer, at the same time a lot of things are running through your mind.
And maybe if I'm trying to tell another, his older brother or sister to stop horsing around.
Yeah, well, this woman represents a lot of women who are going into employment but still have duties at home to take care of.
Yeah, that really stresses me. If she has to work, where's the husband, for instance? Maybe he also working, we don't know her circumstances, but that happens a lot, that women in Somali communities have to work, and also they have domestic responsibilities that when the man will not cover. If you are supposed to work, someone else should have the responsibility of the domestic affairs, like raising the babies, preparing food, and that doesn't happen often.
Yeah, it doesn't happen. And my question is, would the man take the baby to work like she did? Obviously, maybe she has a husband. Would her husband do the same thing? Take the baby to work? Because if they are both working, then it means they need to share responsibilities of taking care of this small baby. So if I'm taking the baby to work today...
Never in a million years.
Why?
Because he can take the baby when he's bigger, like when he's 5 years, 6 years old, but not when he's a toddler.
Why? Why not?
Well, that's the custom.
You know, even if this baby is a toddler, you can carry food. You can carry diapers. You can carry everything that this baby needs throughout the day and
also
take care.
Breastfeeding, you know.
No,
and
the mother can pump the milk, and you take the milk to work.
Okay, I don't want to imagine that right now with the show.
Well, you know what? This is happening to many women, and I'm trying to imagine this woman will get home. Probably she even has other children. She'll get home, and other than having taken care of this baby at school when she was teaching, when she gets home, she has other children to take care of. She needs to know what they will eat, including the husband. Is there water for them to take a shower? Is there food in the store? Are they going to be ready to go to school tomorrow? Are they going to have done their homework? And I think...
don't forget about the 20 other kids that are in class that she needs to, you know, monitor. How are they doing? How are their studies going? Have they done their homework? Are they progressing as they should?
You know, I used to see my mother doing a lot. My mother is a working woman. She will go to work, and probably we don't have a house help at home. So she will come home from work, she will cook, she will clean the house, she will ask us about our homework, she will do all those things. But my father will just come home to eat and sleep.
Well, I think the equality, gender equality needs to be addressed also at the level of household.
Yes.
The domestic work should be divided equally between the two partners. There should not be any burden on the woman only.
Especially here in Somalia and Somaliland. Do men even cook? Do they even know the recipes of making tea, for instance?
Well, they do a lot of stuff here in Somalia, so let's not hate on men. You see, you are hating on men right now.
No, I'm not hating on men. It's the culture. The culture has made our men like this because they believe household work is not theirs. Taking care of a baby is not your job. Right?
Well, most of the world, it's not recognized as a job or a labor. Because if there are two partners, one is working and he's called the breadwinner and he's the one who works, they say the man, for instance. But the woman who does all this work in the house, taking care of babies, preparing food, they say she doesn't work.
But
this not work?
This is work, actually. You should be paid for it. I make sure that the house you sleep in is clean. I make sure you have food, and I raise the children. We both together.
Yeah, how on earth, where does this concept that this is not work come from, Aydid?
I think people think that housework is not work, yet it's energy consuming. You can imagine having woken up early in the morning, you make breakfast, then you have clothes to wash, you have a house to clean, you have to go to the market. There's a lot you do during the day. So sometimes people think that if you're a housewife, your work is just sitting in the house. But
Maybe
you're working.
You are boring. Our housewife is really boring from not having any work to do.
No, they're not bored. They are busy the whole day. And do you know when you go, like white men cook. Have you seen the way white families live?
No, I don't want to see that.
They cook. Like they share responsibilities. Today will be your day to do the dishes. Today will be the day for you to cook. Like they share responsibilities.
I'm sure that's not only your conception of how the white people live.
No, like that's how people should live, actually.
Yeah, I guess I see that it's how it should be. But I don't think that's, you know, how some parts of the world they do this way, and some other parts, like in ours, it's not like that.
Yeah, it's not like that. Unfortunately, we are in Africa. We are bound by our cultures. We think that some people are more special than others just because of your gender.
So let's give a huge salute.
Yeah, a huge salute to that
woman,
woman. Yes.
super teacher. Wish her all the best.
I wish her all the very best. Well, now we head to Italy. There's this village called Locana in Italy. The population in that village has gone so low such that the mayor is now concerned. You can imagine in a year only 10 children are born in that village as compared to 40 deaths. Like the number of people who are dying in that village are more than the children being born.
4 times more.
4 times more. So right now the village is turning into a ghost town, and the mayor, called Giovanni Bruno, has raised an alarm, and he has come up with this idea where he's encouraging foreigners to come and live in that village. And when you come into that village, you are paid actually. They are paying you to live there, like more than $10,000.
So is that a yearly thing? Because to be paid to live in somewhere. And I suppose that this is, you know, a big trees village that's very scenery and beautiful, on top of mountains.
Yeah, like it's a very, very beautiful place to live in. The environment is clean, there's fresh air. It's somewhere anyone would love to live in. But now the interesting thing is they are paying foreigners to come and live there. And to add on that, like on top of that $10,000 that you're being given to come and live there, they're also giving $1,000 per child. That is for you to bear a child, you are paid $1,000 for taking care of that child.
So this mother and her child would have been paid $10,000.
Yes.
On top of that, another 1,000 for the baby.
Yes. So, like, living there is
So
the
let's
best
not
thing
care our
ever.
super mom, because she's doing great job at educating our children.
Mm-hmm.
Not to go there.
Mm-hmm. And you know, well, it's strange that in Italy, this village, they are encouraging foreigners to come and live there. Yet, just recently, there were economic hostilities towards migrants, especially those from Africa and the Middle East.
Well, because this is a small population, when it's 400, 500 people, they all know each other. So you have to, expect that they are hostile to foreigners or intruders. They will see you as intruder. It's like small circle. When another person comes in, will be like ostracized, will not fit in.
And I think the people who are living in that village are old now. They cannot bear more children, or maybe they don't even want to bear more children.
Actually, it's like in a village, there's always only retirees and old people. Young people are seeking opportunities in the big cities. They need to go to big universities. They need to have better jobs. So they cannot stay behind, because they will lag behind if they stay in these villages.
And they probably will never get back there. So in future, like, let's imagine 20 years from now, if this is the rate of deaths, like 40 people dying in that village every year, and only 10 children are born by the people who are originally from that village, doesn't it mean that in future it will be a village made up of foreigners?
It will be made of foreigners, or it will just disappear into ghost town, because this is not the only place that has this problem. Some other villages in Italy has already become ghost towns. There's no people living in there. Actually, this same village is made of two villages. So the neighboring village, when its population dwindled to tens to one-digit numbers, they have just combined it with and merged it with this other village.
You as a foreigner, if you were in Italy, would you opt to go to that village because they're offering you money?
No, not like that, because I'm not a city person in nature. I don't like, idyllic places, because there's nothing to do in a village.
Yeah, there's
Maybe
nothing
for
to
a
do there.
vacation for 2 or 3 weeks, you can stay there and be bored out of your wits. But beyond that, actually you get mad.
Especially you like the social life, you like the town life.
I like new things, technology.
Yeah. So that would be a boring place for Abdilahi.
That would be a very boring place.
I think they need to make more than just giving people money. They need to make people have reasons to go and live there. Because I don't understand why someone would vacate a place he's used to living and go there just because he's being offered money. Maybe there are no other things, like, well, how else do you make a living from there? Do you depend on the money you're being given? Are they creating opportunities for foreigners to exist in that village?
Well, some jobs existed, because when you have a population of like 7,000 people in a place, well, there natural arises, job opportunities arise. Someone has to operate the supermarket, someone has to have a restaurant, even if it is a small one that caters only to tens of people. But these opportunities are not satisfactory for young people. It cannot sustain them. They have more ambitions and more interesting things to pursue.
Yeah, I think this is the best news for migrants. Migrants, this migrant crisis, like, lots of people are fleeing from Africa, especially when you look at Libya. Even just the other day we had a boat that sank from at the
But they are not seeking to live on the mountains. They are seeking the city, they are seeking the excitement, they are seeking progress and development. And I don't think that it's possible in those remote villages.
Well, let's see what happens. Let's see if the town will end up being a busy, well-populated town in future.
Cities, they have these technologies that are, rapidly modernizing every aspect of our life. And as I tell you, I'm a big fan of technology, actually. So this news is very dear to my heart. This company is making houses that build themselves.
Build themselves. How is that happening?
It doesn't need a labor, it doesn't need machines, it doesn't even need foundations on the earth. You can just take it, press a button, and under 10 minutes you have a house to live in.
I think we need to see a clip of this.
Both. This is a real film of a real building. A tool, not a toy. The very first of its kind, designed for people with vision and business on the move. The concept is simple. Fold up the solid parts of a building to move it easily, then open it again wherever you want it to be. Tenfold technology does this quickly and easily at the touch of a button. This is a building that builds itself. Labor and machinery are not required. This is a big space in a small box with lots of room for your own stuff. It is designed so you can arrange the spaces and contents in the way you choose. This is the solution for mobile housing, offices, shops, exhibitions, restaurants, workshops, clinics and schools, and everything else that needs to get there easily or be there now.
Well, this is amazing folding engineering technology. This is the future, by the way. Nobody wants to live at one place. Like, we are people who are always on the go and on the move. And I think this house is portable.
Yeah, it's portable. It can go off-grid. Actually, it has solar panels, so you can even generate your own electricity. You can just take it to the top of the mountains we were talking about and live there and generate your own electricity and everything. It's also, it's big. It can open up to 3 times its transport size. This house is around 64 square meters, so it's very spacious.
Like, it can fit a big family, like a family of 5, for instance.
It depends on how comfortable you are with handling each other.
Yeah.
But normally it's for 3 or 2 people. And it can also it's flexible and adaptable. The inner wall can be moved around, so you can design it as you wish. So you can make it as an office, a room for 3, a house for 4, however you like.
Wow, I think this is my kind of house. It's boring to live in a house that looks the same way for thousands of, like for many, many years, We always want change, like living in the same place, looking the same way, the same walls, is boring at times.
Technology is also ironic. You know how people used to live in huts that are portable, can be packed on the top of camel and, just drive away and go, then unfold it again. It reminds me of that process.
Yeah.
You can just put it on a car and just drove away.
And I think this is the best news for nomads. More than 60% of Somalis are nomadic pastoralists. Therefore, this would be the best house for.
So we are going back to origins. Technology is our progress.
Yeah.
But somehow you see that you come back to the original ideas and how people used to live.
Yeah, and in fact, housing is very expensive. You can imagine building a house maybe in a city, and then things turn out not very well for you. Therefore, you have to migrate to another city. Then you have to purchase another house. Like, it's hectic and very money consuming. So this is a good house.
So around $130,000, is that a good price for you? Because that's what this house costs.
But at least you're buying it once. You're buying it once. It's not every single time. And you can have it look differently.
But let us leave it at that.
Yeah, let us leave it at that. And that's the end of our show. It was a fantastic show. Thank you for that technology. I think I'm going to look for that building and bring it here and start living here in this station.
We just have to contact that company. They'll be happy to have a customer from
Yes, give me the contact. Well, that's the end of our show. Have a fabulous day.